Sup, lads? I'm gonna do some lessons from about $7 million in sales this year. This is a random video. I'm not gonna edit this, but just a couple things I wanna, I guess, like a year and recap. Just things I've realized, things that would potentially be useful for you. If you don't know me, my name is Daniel Fazio. I'm the co-founder of Client Centered and List Kit. As I just said, we did about $7 million this year. I think we're probably gonna do close to $1 million this month in December, which would be profound. So I hope I hit that really soon because that's a substantially massive milestone I'm very excited to reach that I could start flexing on, which would be great. So I think the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that some things can scale so much farther than you think they otherwise would. Like, we're running this offer right now, and like we're running cold traffic ads to it, and I'm the one on the ads and the VSL and the funnels and like writing the email and like all the copy for it, and kind of like just the structure of the offer. I'm not the one fulfilling that. Andre is the one handling the fulfillment, and then Dan's the one handling the sales team, and then also Christian is helping me write and film ads for it. But dude, like, I'm filming this on a Thursday, and on Monday we closed 17 people in a single day. Like, I know people who will go an entire year and not sign 17 clients in total. We did that in a single day. It's like, dude, sometimes we'll literally close like 30 people a week. Like, it's like, it's so insane. Just like the amount of scale and volume that you can throw through something. And like, I think I've just really truly realized this, and it's probably only been the past couple months that, bro, it can go even more. Like, I think we could sign like fucking 30, 40 people a day and just get disgustingly profound amounts of traffic through this bitch. Like, I really think that's completely possible. And to hear that number, like 17 clients in a day, a lot of people are like, the equivalent of that for some of you guys might be like 3 clients in a day. And like, you gotta understand, like, this is so totally feasible and possible for you to do. Like, and I think the main reason why people aren't able to do this is for 2 reasons. One is hiring people, and persistence and risk, which are like the remaining topics that I'll talk about in this video. But let's go through like hiring people first. So like, I think we have the sales team has 7 people on it right now, 7 full-time closers. They can handle 5 calls a day, so that's a lot of calls, right? 35. So we can do 35 qualified sales calls a day. The reason why you can't scale, and even the fulfillment team, like I don't know how many people are on the, I think it's like 10 people on the fulfillment team, just like handling all of these clients. Dude, you need to replicate yourself. Like, it's the only way. And this is the reason why people get stuck at like 20 or 30K a month, is that like they fail to replicate themselves, which is like the next final boss. You know what I mean? Like, I think like the final boss of getting from 10K to 20 or 30K a month is just getting more traffic, and like it kind of like committing to making more content, doing outreach, and like spending on ads and whatnot. And the final boss of getting past 30K a month is replicating yourself. And it's like that final boss takes you all the way to like $1 million a month. Like, it actually does. I think the problem though is like a lot of dudes, they just like they're not good managers. And I'm not gonna call myself a good manager because it's Andre handling all that. But I know for a fact that if I go hire someone, like, I'm gonna be testing for competence, and I'm gonna pay them pretty well. You know what I mean? Because like, I'll make sure that they're the kind of person who's intelligent in the first place. And I feel like what a lot of people do when they're trying to hire somebody and replicate themselves is you're just trying to find any human body at all who will do any amount of button clicking for the least amount of money possible. And you're not testing for any form of sentience, intelligence, or ability to think whatsoever at all. And then once you get them on, you don't want to talk to them. You don't want to do any training with them. And I've definitely done this mistake before. You don't want to hold them accountable. You don't even want to think of the KPIs that need to be created. You don't want to sit here and have to manually track these KPIs. You don't want to call them out when they're doing something bad. You don't want to have to get on Zoom calls with them and train that. Like, you don't want to do anything at all to make sure that they can do the maximum amount of efficient work and be as good as possible. You just don't want to do that. That's why they fail. You say people suck. It actually isn't the people. It's you being a bad leader and a bad manager. That's true. It is true. I promise you it is. Second is persistence and risk. Now, the way I want to kind of have you think about this is the best way to visualize this is ad spend. So like, we launched a new offer. It's called Olympia, and we're just helping people with ads and scale their business with ads. But you have to imagine when you start spending money on ads, is you're not closing people day one, so you're going into the negative. So the best way to visualize this is I have two hands here. So one is ad spend and one is revenue, right? So you start spending money, and the spread, this is a negative spread because your ad spend right here is farther away from your revenue. You see what I mean? So you're going negative. Look, literally every minute the negative spread is getting higher until you close someone, right? And if you're running a call funnel or like a B2B offer, you're getting people to book a call, and then there's a conversion cycle for them to even book a call in the first place, and then they finally get in the call, and then there's not a 100% show up rate, and the people who do show up, they have a sales cycle. It might be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. You see what I mean? So it's like a considerable amount of time you have to sit in the negative. You see what I mean? So people get super uncomfortable in there, and then they turn shit off, and then they never even give themselves the opportunity for the revenue to catch up, because a sales cycle needs to speed up and catch it. You see what I mean? So the way it works is like the spread gets higher, and then you close someone, boom, and now you're like close. They get close again, right? Okay, cool. So now you keep spending, you keep saying, boom, you sign another one. Now you're a little bit in profit. Okay, cool. But then you keep spending, boom, it happens again. You see what I mean? Now the positive spread is higher. But the problem with that people don't realize is that the amount of time it takes for these spreads to reverse and for you to be in the positive is super fucking long. Like, it's a long fucking time at scale. Like, people don't just close in a one call close. That doesn't happen. So it's like, it might be like 2 months until like this spread is super positive. And now here's the next thing that's different about scale than people might not realize. So what you have to imagine is, say you've been running ads like $200 a day or something like that. So, and then you have a good positive spread, and then you bump that shit up to like 400 a day. Congratulations, that spread will start to catch up and maybe hang up break even or negative again. So you're not even making money. You're not even making profit. You see what I mean? And then, okay, cool, you get a spread, and then you bump it to $600 a day. Boom, you're back in like negative or break even. You see what I mean? That increase, every incremental increase will also have to go through this period of catching the spread. You see what I mean? So when you're scaling something, it fucking keeps going negative. It keeps going down and down and down and down. This spread is being stressed. The profit spread is being stressed. You're literally just imagine, it's like you have spend revenue, and your revenue is always trying to catch up to the spread. It's always right on the cusp of being negative. Fucking always. It's always right there. And it sits there, like looms over you like this darkness, or it's like, oh fuck, this can like blow up at any time. This could be like so catastrophic. It's always fucking there. You see what I mean? And then it works the same, because now you're signing all of these people, and you need to keep hiring salespeople, right? Because you need to keep hiring salespeople in anticipation of calls that you have not even gotten yet. You see what I mean? So it's like you have to have the testicular fortitude to have the belief in yourself that you can get them the calls when you hire a new salesperson. Like, I'll definitely get you calls, right? You're not 100% sure you can, but you have to get the salesperson to do so. And it works the same for fulfillment. You have to hire new people for fulfillment in anticipation of business that you have not acquired yet. So you hire the person for fulfillment, you start fucking paying them, and go through all the time of hiring them and training them just to put them into a system that you can't even fill their capacity up yet because you have to go back to the ad spend to fill up and like be negative to like give them shit to do. You see what I mean? So it's like, not only is the ad spend always on the cusp of negative, so is hiring salespeople, and so is hiring fulfillment. It's like you have to understand. It's the looming darkness over you. Like you could die at any time. Like it's like the analogy of the hanging sword, where it's like if one thing fucks up, just dead. You see what I mean? That's what this is like. You're always on the fucking edge of unprofitable. You're always on the edge of death in this. And that it's risk. You see what I mean? Like this is how you scale something. You just always are on the fucking edge. This is why you'll see, like, if there's like a startup company, like a startup tech company, they raise funding. You see what I mean? Because the spread will get too negative because they're going too fast. You see what I mean? They're hiring hella people, and the spread is getting huge negative. You see what I mean? But if you're running a bootstrap business, it's like you got to keep these like super aligned and really close together. So everybody and everything you do has to be hyper efficient, and you need to get the maximum output from every input. Like, you need to be super efficient because these cannot spread too negative. Right? It has to stay right here, but at the same time, you have to balance this with your ability and your mental fortitude to just be okay with the looming darkness and be able to look into it and be completely okay at the possibility of imminent death. You see, that's what scale is. It's just those numbers. And then the last thing I've realized is there's been two separate occasions. Like, I'm posting a lot on YouTube right now. Obviously, I'm posting this video on YouTube right now. What I have found, and I wrote an email on this yesterday, and you should all go subscribe to my email list because I write like fucking essays to my email. Like, they're not like too long. It's like I get the point across, but it's like super useful stuff. But yesterday I wrote an email. It was about like customer journeys and how like things together. If you do something persistently, it doesn't. The results of that thing does not increase linearly. It increases geometrically. So like, if you post, like, just YouTube as an example, if I post one YouTube video per week, and then I go to 2 YouTube videos per week, and let's say we have 2 separate instances. For 3 months, I do 1 YouTube video per week. And then for another 3 months, I do 2 YouTube videos per week. The second instance is 2 times more YouTube videos. The results from 2 YouTube videos a week is not twice as much as 1 YouTube video per week. It's like 6 times better. And then if I do 2 YouTube videos per week for like 6 months, it's not 6 times better. It's like 12 times better. The effectiveness of things expand geometrically upon more volume and persistence. You see what I mean? So like, why were we able to sign 17 clients in a month? It's because simultaneously, not only are we spending like $7,000 a day on ads, there's the thousands of people who have already opted into our ads, where we have their email and their phone number, and then they're getting retargeting ads and emails, and our setters are calling them to set appointments. And then all past customers, and maybe they came in and they churned, and we could sell them and reactivate them to something else. It's a giant swirling of shit that has occurred over just thousands of different actions in the past as a result of past persistence. You see what I mean? So like, we're being rewarded for things we've done 6 months ago. You see what I mean? And I can't even fathom exactly how ridiculous of a scale that this could be at if we just keep doing this for like 3 more years. Like, really, how far can this shit reasonably go? And going to the first point in this video, I think something could go like way fucking farther than you would otherwise believe is reasonable at all. I really fucking think that it can just be stupidly, profoundly massive. That's what I think. And I think a lot of you guys, you just, like, what you want to do is you want to make like I want to make 10K a month so I just don't have to work a job and whatever. And I was the same exact way. I remember I said that. It's like, I just want to be able to make 10K a month profit. I don't have to work a job. I can like live a nice life. I can save money. Inflation's probably made that 15 or 20 now. But I remember saying that, and then you reach it. And then the difference between somebody who's going to really scale and achieve greatness is like, how much of a fucking psychopath are you? It's, I feel like I got there and it was just like, I need more, I need more, I need more. The number must go up. Number has to go up. You see what I mean? Like, I'm just like, I fucking, like, it's so fun. It's so fun when you're winning, dude. It's like, oh my God. It's like anyone who's played any sports at all, like, I don't know, maybe you like you played basketball with your friends or something on the weekends when you were a kid and whatnot. And it was like, and then you were doing really good at basketball. And it's like, oh, fuck, like, I want to keep playing basketball. Like, this is so fun. You know what I mean? Like, you just keep, and you're like, fuck, I have to keep playing because you're, or like a video game. Like, fuck, I'm so good at Call of Duty. I'm so fucking good at multiplayer. You know what I mean? I just want to keep playing. It's the same fucking thing with making money. It's the same thing. And you are completely capable of doing this. Like, if you could do that with the sport, or you could do that with the video game, you could do this with making money in a business. It's the same exact energy. It's the same thing. Anyone who's ever been good at any video game at all can do this. Anybody who's ever been good at any sport at all can do this. It's the same energy. You channel the same thing. It's like you're in the fucking arena. You're going against other people. You see what I mean? And you just go so much farther than them and try so much harder than them that it's like you're so fucking orders of magnitude better than everybody else, and you get so much more fucking money. This is so important. Like, channel that shit. You can, like, it is completely reasonable and possible for you to do this. And those are my lessons. Leave a comment if you got any. I love you. Peace.